Today we have a special episode. Yes, there is dogs going on in the background. There's animals. There's a lot of things going on. Wanting to raise chickens because we are going to be touring my mom's mini homestead. She has a lot of things going on in her backyard, and I'm so excited for you guys to see everything. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Right, Mom?
Yes. Hi. My name is Frances, and I'm just love gardening. I wanted to make it a little bit bigger this year. And I had some success on some stuff and then some not success on some stuff as well. And, I have like a little homestead I wanted to call. It's mini, but I'm starting off. I'm learning a lot and I'm enjoying, harvesting and preserving my foods and just enjoying life, and I love going out here in the garden. My favorite time was in the mornings when, taking the chickens out of their coop and spending time over here in the garden. And there was times I would come here and I would be praying and listening to worship music and just thanking God for the quiet stillness, of the morning, because morning is my favorite time of the day. And it was just amazing, just coming out here and then, planting my seeds and cleaning my garden and feeding the girls, these girls over here. And right now, the coop needs to be cleaned. It hasn't been cleaned yet because we threw corn cobs in there. And so I have to clean those up. But yeah, they love it here. They love the garden. It used to be a little bit smaller, and I asked my husband. He was so sweet and so gracious. He came and he started building me a little bit more of a run, we call it, so that they can come out here and play, and they could, scrape and get, if there's worms or if there is bugs that they like to, to eat. And I really enjoy coming out here with them. Sometimes I'll come into the coop and when I'm feeding them, I'll just spend time with them. And and I also enjoy harvesting the eggs, and it is so much fun having farm fresh eggs. So yeah. So I have some tomatoes, some scraps here from my tomatoes. I like to do that.
Are those from the garden?
Yes. Well, okay, so this was not from my garden this time. These tomatoes were from a friend. And I wanted sometimes, there's been a little bit of some of my tomatoes are not turning red as much as I want, as fast as I want them to. So a friend of mine had a little bit more tomatoes for her from her garden that she had harvested, and she really didn't want to harvest these, so she gave me a nice bag full of tomatoes. So I was very thankful for that because I was able to make some fresh pico de gallo, and I harvested those today, and then I was able to make a fresh batch, and I put them in the fridge because I didn't water bath those today because we enjoy pico de gallo at my house a lot. That we eat it with eggs or with dinner or lunch as a side, like a side dish, or we put them, over our eggs when we're frying them. I mean, we use them in so many ways that I just decided to put them in the fridge to make pico de gallo and just have it in the fridge and just enjoying it for in the next few weeks or so. So that's what I love and enjoy to do for me and my family. So what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna be giving them some tomato scraps. And then I am going to, I'm going to go into their coop and, go by their coop and see if there's any eggs for me today. So I see one. So I have 4 eggs today. Very thankful. They're a little dirty. I gotta wash them. But I'm so happy for that, and I'm very thankful.
Look at all those chickens.
So right now it is ending of summer, beginning of fall, right? So not everything is gonna be like the prettiest or the bright colors that you will see if it was in the summer. Next time we'll do the video, we'll do that one in springtime, summer, you know, we can show it when it's very pretty. But right now, like this is towards, you know, like the ending of the life of a couple of my tomatoes. And our weather, like we had a lot of dry weather this year, not as much rain as we would hope for. We did have rain, thankfully, but not as much as we wanted to. So we are behind a little bit on the rain. But I am thankful for what we got. Some of the plants will still have some tomatoes that are gonna hopefully ripe here soon. And then some of them look like they might be a little bit ready, but we're not sure yet. So we can walk around and we'll see. But right now, yeah, some of them are kind of dry. But I did plant 2 rows of tomatoes this year. My goal was to have the 2 rows of tomatoes, and I really wanted different kinds of tomatoes that I usually don't usually plant every year. I wanted to try something fun because I love color. I love food, like the colors of food. And to me, the more colors, the better it looks, and it just tastes so amazing. So I wanted to try different kinds of tomatoes. Like one of them was like Cherokee, the purple Cherokee, some Romas, of course, some big like heirlooms. So this one is a purple one. This is a purple one, but this one is still, it's not ripe right away, okay. but it's one, like it's a purple one, the okay. Cherokee. And then I had some yellow. Oh, this one is I think this one was the Romas, and you see the little one, there's like a little one over there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then this one was a kind of like an orange one. I don't remember what they were called, but it was an orange, like an orange yellow tomato, and it was so delicious. It looked so pretty when it was when I got a couple of them, when I preserved some. And then these are Romas as well, but they're a little bit smaller. These Romas, they didn't grow that big. And I think these were another cherry one, the purple cherry, the purple. Okay. Yeah. And then some of them got these, some of them got this stuff on it. I'm not sure why. So, but yeah.
Wait, can you show it again?
So yeah, this is some of them were great, and then some of them got this stuff on it, so not sure why. And then over here, I planted some cilantro, and then I got coriander. So like this is coriander here, and then some of the seeds, it went into seed, and I'm gonna leave it alone because I want it to grow back for next year. So if you want your plant to grow back, the cilantro, you just leave it alone and it'll come back next year. And this is the 2nd year that I've had cilantro here, and I love it because it's perfect and it just grows beautiful over here, nice and tall. And I preserved so much of it. Some of it I was able to put in my salsa, and then some of it I was able to put it in the freezer. And yes, you can freeze cilantro, but when you freeze cilantro, you can use it for like soups or stews, or for your beans, or for your like if you're cooking it, you know, it's not like if you freeze it, that's what it's good for. So and then over here I planted some basil, and if you can see, there's still basil coming up. So maybe in a few days I'll be able to harvest a couple of more. And what I do with the basil is I wash it really good, and then I put it in my dehydrator. I have an air fryer that dehydrates, and it works fine. It works perfect. I've been able to preserve quite a few throughout the whole summer, and I'm so happy about it. And it smells delicious and it tastes delicious on my food. And that's what, that was one of my goals. That was one of my goals, was to preserve basil as much as I could this summer. Next year, I'm going to get more plants. And I only got one plant because I thought, oh yeah, it's going to be more than enough. But I think I'm going to get more plants next year. I'm going to maybe do 2 or 3 more. So every year, I always, if I like something, I try to do my best to do like more than 1 or 2 plants the following year, because then that means I can preserve more from that plant. So this is my poblano. Isn't it pretty?
Yes.
This is my poblano plant, and I think it's probably about 4 feet tall, right? You would say?
Yeah.
It's really pretty. And when I first, this one was not from seed. There was a few plants here from seed, but this one was not. This one I bought at a farm, and it was very tiny, and it was so cute. And then it just kept growing and growing and growing. So now, yeah, there's so many. And I was able to I canned this one with the jalapenos, and I made candy jalapeno. It was really good. And then this one is a jalapeno, and some of them turn red and some of them are still green. So, and they're so delicious, and they're so spicy. So I canned a lot of it, and then some of it I use, like I slice them for my, like in the morning for fried eggs, or if I'm making tacos, I like to just have a little bit on top as a garnish, would you say? And look how pretty this one is. This is my green pepper, and look at, there's some still on here.
Wow.
Isn't it pretty?
It's beautiful.
So these are babies, so I'm gonna let them grow.
Okay. And can you show a little bit?
And aren't they pretty?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let them grow, and then I'm able to once they're a little bit bigger like this one, I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna cut them up. And what I like to do is I can use them in my salsa, but if I'm not gonna make salsa, I can also dice them, and then I put them in the freezer, and I can have them in the winter, so when I need it for like to make like homemade sofrito, or if I'm gonna use it like in my soups or in my stews or my beans. So I love to add this on there. Then this one is it's another kind of sweet pepper, and I do not remember the name, but isn't it pretty?
It's beautiful.
So it was the same farm that I got this plant from, and I just thought it was something fun, something different. I've never planted this one before, so I wanted to have it in the garden and just harvest it. Yeah, so pretty. So, and then there's some little ones here they haven't fully grown. So then this one is still another green pepper. So this one's a little bit small, and then this one turned red, and then this one is just doing almost like the same thing like my tomato did, So I'm just gonna leave it alone. And yeah, I don't know why it does this, but it does. So, and then this one I'm just gonna let it grow. We still have a few more weeks that I can harvest stuff. So if there's some stuff that are still little, I'm gonna let them grow so I can harvest them in a few weeks or so, or sometimes maybe by next week. And these are jalapenos, and some of them are turning different colors, and I like that. I like that they turn different colors. Sometimes I want them a little bit bigger than usual, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy the different colors, and it's a lot of fun, harvesting.
So are these all jalapeno plants right here?
So this one, I don't remember which one this one is. I don't see the pepper. This one is a green pepper. This one is a green pepper as well.
Okay.
And then this one is the sweet, those little sweet peppers that they have like different colors at the stores, like the red, the green, and the yellows. Yeah. This is the plant that it is, and it's a sweet pepper. And they're so delicious, and I have a bunch of them in there. So and then so this one was a fluke, these three plants were a fluke because I went online and I ordered. I thought that I had ordered ajito dulce, right? They're they're like a pepper, right? And it's a Puerto Rican pepper that they sell in Puerto Rico, right? But I thought that this is what it was, and it wasn't. I don't know what it's called really, because these are hot peppers. They're all hot peppers. These three are hot. Like when you bite into them, I thought I was gonna, like when I first took one out and I was so excited to try it, I thought it was gonna be a sweet pepper. So I bit into it, not knowing that it was a hot pepper, and I had to spit it out really quick because it was hotter than a jalapeno. Like, I love jalapenos, okay? And I do eat them raw, but when I ate this one pepper, it was hotter than a jalapeno and I had to spit it out. I was not happy because I thought I had 3 plants of ajito dulce, and I was so excited because I was going to harvest them, and I was going to put some in a freezer for, whenever I needed them. And then also I was going to put some in my sofrito. So I was super excited. And then it comes out that it wasn't. I'm like, oh, but I really don't know what their names are. So they're really, really hot and spicy and spicier.
Are you still gonna use them?
Yes, I'm going to use them. I just don't know yet for what. And then these are more jalapenos in here. This one too. And this is serranos, I believe it was. Yeah. They might look like jalapenos, but they're not. Yeah, they're a different flavor. Because you see the plants are different. You see that? They're all, this one is different from these two because these two look alike, and those are there. Okay, so then here is another tomato. See, I planted a bunch of different tomatoes because I love tomatoes, and I wanted to see how it did in this bucket. It didn't do as fabulous as I wanted it to, but it got something. I got a couple of harvests, tomatoes from here. So then this one is a watermelon. This one. Yeah, it's a plant. It hasn't produced watermelon. It hasn't produced any. But hopefully it starts producing soon. But yes, it's a watermelon. And then this one is spinach. Isn't it beautiful?
It is.
Yeah, I've eaten quite a few from it. It's so delicious.
It's beautiful.
So over here, and then over here I did a couple of, in the summer, they looked so beautiful. I did these 3 trellises or 4, and you know what? I found this on YouTube, right? I went to YouTube. I love going to YouTube, and I love looking up garden stuff, and sometimes you learn from certain things, and then sometimes you don't, But I really enjoyed in the summer. Is my chicken coming back?
Yeah.
My chicken?
Yeah.
So in the summer, I really enjoyed. Do you see her?
Yeah.
She's my little menace over there. So in the summer, it was so much fun seeing the trellis coming up, and everything was green, and it was so vibrant and so beautiful. And I was so excited that it was working. And I had a few little plants growing, and it was watermelon, and I only got one. But I'm very thankful I got one, and it's inside the house. Yeah, it's inside the house. We could open it later if you want. So, but there was quite a few plants on there, and I thought it was going to produce more, but I have squash bugs, and they got to them. So I have to do some more research on squash bugs because they did a little bit of more of a havoc than what I thought, even though I did put 7 on it, and it still didn't do well for me. So. And then over here was cucumber, and I was so happy about the cucumber. If you see, this one is dried up. But I was so happy about the cucumbers because they came out so pretty, and I harvested quite a few cucumbers from this one. Yeah. Oh yeah, these are the sunflowers. Right now they're dying, but aren't they beautiful? Look at this one. This is like a baby sunflower.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then I was using these. So I was using these as my seed starters. Okay. It was really cool.
So you started these sunflowers from seed?
Some of them, yeah. Well, all the sunflowers, yes. But some of my plants I started from seed, and I used this to start them. And then some of them I bought at farms that they had greenhouses. Yes. So, and then over here I have a couple of plants that are raspberries. They're in these sticks. They're on these sticks so that when my husband or my daughter mows the lawn, they don't get run over. So I put the sticks on here as mark, as a landmark, so they don't get run over. Yes. And then over here I have rhubarb, and I put the stick on here so that it doesn't get run over. So rhubarb, and that's my first year. This is my first year planting it. So next year I'm hoping to harvest it. And then I had tomatoes over here. Right here I have a compost bin, and I love it. So I put, anything. Sometimes I put stuff in here, but then sometimes I give it to the chickens too. So it's been like back and forth. So I'm like back and forth with it. But yeah, I have compost in here. There's worms in here. It smells like, compost. It smells delicious to me because I know what I'm putting in it. So that next year we could, you want to see the compost? So we can use it for next year. So it's a lot of fun. Yes. So I have some green beans in here. Some of it I harvested, and some of it I had let go because I want some seeds for next year as well. In the summer, like I said, some of this was so beautiful, and some of it has been was not able to be harvested right away because we didn't have a lot of rain. So we have like spinach over there, some beets. We have this was Brussels sprouts. I planted some celery, and I'm hoping that we could harvest the celery pretty soon. I'm just waiting for it to get a little bit bigger. And that's leeks right there. And then some lettuce that went into seed. But I'm leaving it alone because we'll see if it comes up next year. I have a friend that she has lettuce, and when she let it go to seed, it came up for her the following year. So I'm gonna see if it does that for me. And then I have a tiny little eggplant, but I'm hoping for it to grow a little bit more. It did rain a couple of days ago, so I'm just gonna leave it alone and see if it does something for me. And then I did have a yellow zucchini here, but I had the squash, the bugs, so they killed it. But it's okay. Some stuff did very well for me, and some stuff didn't. But this is my first time planting these little pretty wildflowers, and I really wanted to plant them so I can get more bees coming, because last year and the year before I didn't plant a lot of flowers, and I was not getting bees to come and pollinate for my garden, and my garden wasn't doing very well because I wasn't having pollinators here. And the more that I saw videos on YouTube about how important it is for us to have bees in our garden, the more I was like, you know what, let me make a little bit more room for the plants that can pollinate and have the bees come, so that I can get more bees to pollinate, for my harvest, so I can have a bigger harvest. So I was very thankful. And so this year, new were these black sacks right here, and I bought 2 packs of them. Next year, I am hoping to buy more. And this year I planted potatoes for my first time, and I already harvested them in June, but oh my goodness, the potatoes were so delicious. It was so much fun harvesting potatoes, and I think I harvested them. I think it was about like 5 pounds of potato that I harvest, and it was so much fun. Yes, it wasn't a lot, and it wasn't like for the whole winter, but it was just the fact of me harvesting them for the first time. And I thought next year I'm going to plant more so that I can have him for the winter. But it was my first year, you know, and it was just something exciting that I did. Here is another tomato. So this tomato is it was a orange tomato, and I don't recall the name. Let me see. Vivacious, I think it's called, maybe Vivacious. So hopefully that's the name, because I see a tag down there and I don't know if it's for that or another plant. Because I did, you know, there's a couple of multiple ones, but some of them died already. So, and you see this here? I forgot what it's called. But it's an herb that you put into the pickles. So
the dill?
Yes, dill, and it's dried. So I would like to harvest that soon. So isn't that pretty? And you can harvest dried dill too. You can put it in your jars. Now here, my succulents. I have a good friend that gave me one of these. Isn't she pretty? And then this was Anastasia's. She thought she killed it, and I brought it back to life. And then another friend gave me this one. You know, it was so beautiful. And then this one. So this one is my lime tree. Right now it went to doormat, but it goes to doormat every year. Every year it comes back and it gets bigger and bigger. And I think this is my 4th year with it. So hopefully by next year I will be producing some limes. We'll see. But it's so pretty. So every year it goes into doormat, and then the following year it comes back. And then these are chili peppers. Aren't they pretty? I've harvested so much of it. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of it. I don't know if I'm going to continue to harvest it, but yeah. And then I don't know what this is. Some plant started, I'm just going to kill it. Yeah, some plants, I don't know what this is. Something started growing on there, so I don't know why. Because it's not like something that you could eat. I don't even know why it was there. So, oh yeah. So, and this is my sunflowers, and this is another kind of sunflower. I thought it was called red velvet. I think it was, but if you see, some of them are still alive over there. You see some? Mm-hmm. Isn't it beautiful?
It's so pretty.
Yeah, some of them are still alive, and then some of them have died. But it was so fun seeing these growing, and then I would see so many bees. Oh, there's a bee over there! Look, on this side. Isn't it beautiful? I love seeing bees, and it's such a big blessing seeing them coming to my garden and then seeing them pollinating. It's just so beautiful seeing them in my garden. It's just so beautiful. You know, we might not have a bunch of it for the winter because we do eat up a lot of it because it's so delicious. But I try to preserve as much as possible. And I did do diced tomatoes with a couple of batches of my tomatoes. And then I have friends as well that they give me tomatoes if they have more of abundance. I also love preserving salsa, pasta sauce. I love if I'm able to have some stuff like to dice, and then I put it in a Ziploc bags and I put them in a freezer, and they last for me for the winter. So yeah, okay. Still learning.
Awesome. Mom, can you share a couple tips for new gardeners?
Yes. What I like to do is take a piece of paper, because I did this a couple of times. I will take a piece of paper and then I wrote down vegetables that I really enjoy to eat. Number 1 was tomatoes. I love tomatoes. That's why I planted like 2 rows of tomatoes. I love like zucchini, onions, garlic. Garlic I tried planting one time and it didn't do very well for me. So I'm gonna try again. It's just this time I just didn't have the space for it. But what you do is you keep just look at the stuff that you love to eat, so that when you're planting it and you're preserving it, you're eating what you're planting. You're not just planting and saying, well, I really don't enjoy eating this one, I'm going to give it away. Because that's a waste of time for you. You want to plant and preserve stuff that you love to eat. And then find ways, like YouTube was number 1 for me. It was like a big help for me. I would ask friends that were farmers, and I also have friends that are homesteaders, and I would ask them questions as well. And a lot of friends, when you ask questions and you want to learn, they're willing to help you. So that was so much fun for me. I would ask questions if something wasn't going well, just so that you're able to preserve and have food in the cupboards and in your freezer for the winter.
All right, guys, I hope that you learned a lot touring my mom's little homestead here. If you are interested in more videos with my mom, you definitely have to go and watch the last video that we did together, which was where she showed me how to do water bath canning. And now I'm here at her place. So it's a little switcheroo, See you later.